Hello, welcome to refinedfitness.ca. Today we're going to show you the first of the series of bodyweight workouts. It's a beginner bodyweight workout. I got Colin here to help me today, and I'm Marco, so we're going to put you through the first series of exercises. So I'm going to have Colin start by laying down on the mat here. We're going to do a lying hip raise. So Colin's going to put his feet flat on the floor, and he's going to raise his hips up until he feels his glutes clench, and then he's going to come back down all the way. He's going to do 12 of these. He's going to come up and down. Just like that, perfect pace, nice and slow. We're just going to do a couple more and then we'll show you the next exercise. Okay, and that's an exercise. So we'll do 12 reps of that. The next exercise is a plank. So Colin's going to roll over on his mat. He's going to put his elbows tight to his side. Good. There we go. He's going to build force there into his feet and toes. And he's nice and flat. Notice he's not up here or he's not sagging. Flexing his abs, the back of his neck is nice and loose. And if he gets tired, he can come down to his knees, and he can still continue his plank like this. So you can see here, he's still got a plank going, right? It's a little easier version. I'm going to hold that for about 30 seconds. Okay. The next exercise is a dumbbell shoulder press. So Colin's going to stand up. I'm going to pass him his weights. We'll turn it into the camera here. Colin's going to start with his arms in this first position here. Okay, that's position 1. We're going to go up to position 2, which is way overhead, getting all the bend out of his elbows, and back down. There we go. And he's going to come back up. So Colin's going to try to pick a weight that he can do about 10 to 12 times. And if he finds that after 10 or 12 reps it's too easy, he's going to use a heavier weight the next time. Okay, very good, Colin. And we'll move on next as push-ups. We're going to do kneeling push-ups. It's a beginner version of a push-up. If you have difficulty doing push-ups, we have a few modifications for you. And we can show you how that's done. Okay. So, Colin's going to stand with his hands outside his shoulders. Okay. Good. And he's from his knees. So he's in almost like a kneeling plank position. And he's going to lower his chest down. And he's going to come back up. Perfect. Okay. If Colin has difficulty doing it or he finds he can't get all the way down, it's okay for him to just come down about halfway. So he'll show you one of those. Perfect. Okay. And a couple more of those. Good. Just like that. We're going to do about 10 to 12 of those. Okay. And there he is coming all the way down again. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Next is stability ball leg throw. So Colin's going to lay on his back now. Grab a stability ball. So the shorter you are, the smaller ball you need. This is about a perfect size for Colin here. So we have his feet up on the ball. Okay. So Colin's resting like this, his hands are outside, his head stays on the mat. The first thing Colin's going to do is raise up his hips. Okay? And he's going to get stable there because that ball is rounded and it wants to roll out from under him. He's going to tighten his core and keep it there. From here, he's going to bend his legs and roll that ball towards his butt. Come back out. So Colin's probably going to feel this in his calves, behind his knee, and in his hamstrings. The hamstring exercise. And again, Colin's going to do about 10 to 12 of these. And he's keeping his hips up the whole time. Right? He's never dropping his hips. Good. We're just going to get Colin to do a couple more, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. Very good. Okay. The next move is a side plank. And in this case, we're going to do a kneeling side plank. That makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so Colin's going to roll onto his side. He's going to put his elbows on that here. And he's going to fold his knees. And he's going to make himself a nice straight line. So he moved his knees back and his hips forward. And now he's going to raise up. Okay? Perfect, right? And if he wants, he can put his hand up in the air with his palm facing the ceiling. Okay, but what he's got here is he's nice and high up off the mat. He's feeling this underneath his side here, right? This is what's tight, okay? And his elbow is straight up and down, right? So if you feel like your elbow's starting to come out from under you, you gotta come back down, readjust, and come back up so that the elbow's right underneath. Perfect. We're gonna do this for about 20 seconds per side, okay? So Colin will come down and he'll switch sides. He's going to get that elbow right underneath him. He's going to move his knees back so he can make himself a nice straight line from head to knee. Put his hand up in the air, nice and lifted, nice and high, and he's feeling out on the underside, right in his obliques here. Okay, I'm going to call him do it just for a few more seconds and then we're going to move on. Okay, very good, thanks, Colin. Come on up. The next one we're going to do is a squat. So, your basic squat. We're going to use a stepper to help us out and to help with his form. So Colin's going to put a heel on either side of the stepper here, just like that. His toes are pointing straight. The weight is in the heels of his foot right now. Okay, and he's going to sit down basically and come back up. Pretty simple, but there are a few things I want you to watch here, so I'll keep going here. His torso is nice and straight. He doesn't lean forward too much, and he keeps looking straight ahead, so he's not dipping his head down when he does a squat. Also, as he comes down, his heels stay on the ground. Notice that. Around to this side. His heels stay on the ground, and his knees stay back behind his toe. That's really important. You have a plane here that you don't want to break with your knee. So Paul, show us one. I'm going to call him to show us one that we don't want you to do with his knees coming out over his toe. You see that? His heels lift up and his knees came too far forward, and he leaned forward. We want to stay nice and straight. Right, so that one there is an example of that. So Colin, show us a good one now. Perfect, there we go. His knees stay back, his torso is straight up and down. Okay, very good. We're going to show you the last one here, which is a band pull. Okay, so Colin's going to grab one here. We're trying to work the muscles in Colin's back here between the shoulder blades. So his hands are up nice and straight, and he's not going to bend his elbows at all. Right, perfect. Okay, so keep his arms super straight, no bend here. And every time he pulls back, he's squeezing his shoulder blades. Yeah, show him from this side, thanks, Colin. Perfect, just like that, right? If Paul wants to make it easier, he can grab the rope a little bit wider, and if he wants to make it harder, turn it to the front so we can show. If he wants to make it harder, he's going to grab in a little bit closer, right? That's going to add tension to that rope. Right? Very good. So, thank you, Colin. We're going to go through that series of exercises 3 times from beginning to end. So that was 1 round. We'll take a pause. Colin will take a pause and a drink. And then he'll come back and he'll do another set, another pause and drink, and then he'll do his 3rd set. I have forms for any of you that need them. Just come see me or email us, or come see me in person, and I can print you off sheets with all those exercises listed. And that's that series of exercises. We've got a bunch more to show you, so please come back and visit us. Have a great day.